Again, good to have you here on a Monday, America's Voice Live. Hope you had a great weekend. It's been something we've been hearing for months now from the mainstream media that you shouldn't believe your lying eyes because crime is actually down in America, not up. No matter what you might think or what you might have seen, President Trump brought it up at the debate but was rebuffed by David Muir. Remember this?
All over the world, crime is down all over the world except here. Crime here is up and through the roof. Despite their fraudulent statements that they made, crime in this country is through the roof. And we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime. And it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country.
And he said that's just simply not true. And he was right. Of course, it turns out Muir's point was not true. Here to discuss that is the president of the Crime Prevention Research Center, former senior advisor for research and statistics at the Justice Department's Office of Justice Programs, Dr. John Lott. Doctor, always good to see you. You and I have talked about this in the past. It seems that, well, the old term is cooking the books, right?
Well, look, we have two measures of crime from the Department of Justice. We have the FBI data on reported crimes to police. And then we have the Bureau of Justice Statistics has what's called the National Crime Victimization data, which tries to get at total crimes. We've known for many decades that most crimes aren't reported to police. Only about 40% of violent crimes are reported and only about 30% of property crimes. And so over 50 years ago, the Bureau of Justice Statistics, the Department of Justice set up what's called the National Crime Victimization Survey, and they survey about 240,000 people a year to try to get a measure of that. And since 2020, these numbers have been going in opposite directions. You've seen drops in the number of reported crimes, but an increase in the number of total crimes. The thing is, if David Muir had said the FBI's measure of reported crimes had gone down, he would be accurate. But the FBI doesn't measure all crimes, doesn't measure total crimes. And on top of that, since 2021, the vast majority of police departments have not been, or the majority haven't been reporting complete data to the FBI. In 2022,
what do you mean by that?
31. Well, they changed the reporting system in 2021. And in 2022, for example, 31% of police departments didn't report any crime data to the FBI. Another 24% only partially reported crime data to the FBI. And so, we don't have.
Well, let me just ask you this.
breakdown.
I mean, not even complete. It's not even near complete. If a third of the police departments don't give you any numbers, any information, any reports on crimes, whether they're small, medium, or large departments, how do you base anything on that?
Well, they try to guess what the missing data is. But in 2022,
Naturally.
for example, you had 3 of the 5 largest cities in the country. Their police departments weren't reporting data. You had the New York, Los Angeles, and Phoenix police departments were no longer reporting crime data to the FBI. In 2023, Los Angeles and New York will still not reporting crime data to the FBI. And so they don't put down zeros in there. They try to guess what they think the missing numbers are for all these different cities and police departments that they're missing. But there are issues about how good of a job that they're doing with that.
Yeah. So they're just guessing. Spin the wheel. Maybe in Peoria they had this. Maybe in Paducah they had that. It's no, as they say, it's no way to run a railroad, John. I'm no expert on numbers, but you actually have to have real numbers to make anything make sense or be valuable. It's a useless bit of statistics if they say, well, crime's down. Based on what? Our imagination? I mean, people have been out there in the country. They know that violence is up. Go ahead.
Look, today the FBI released its report for 2023. We just had the report for the National Crime Victimization Survey put out a week ago. And the media, headline after headline, is saying violent crime fell. They shouldn't be saying that. They should say the FBI's measure of reported crime fell, just to make it clear to people that there's a difference between reported crime and total crime that's there. But headline after headline is making it look like violent crime as a whole is falling, and that's simply false. There are other problems with this too, but that seems to me really a disservice to people. And at this point, the media must understand this. When David Muir put out his fact check on the crime data, on Twitter and other places, commenters just deluged him with, corrections saying that he was just dealing with reported crime. But it doesn't seem to affect the media at all.
Yeah. Facts don't often affect
and there are
the
other
media,
errors
John.
there too.
Real quick, we got about 30 seconds.
They say, I've read a couple of headlines saying for the second year in a row or the third year in a row, it's fallen with the FBI data. But what they don't point out is that the FBI has already redone some of its data. And their numbers now show it increased. Violent crime increased in 2022 by about 5%. It's down now in 2023, but they can't even, for some reason, they don't even seem to know that the FBI adjusted upwards, just like they changed the employment data. The FBI adjusted upwards its measure of reported crime from last year, or from 2022.
Just go adjust the numbers. Make them look better. Dr. John Lott, always appreciate you coming here with the actual take on the numbers that people can have an honest assessment. Doctor, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, now with the massive tax hikes proposed by Kamala Harris, an almost 40% top tax rate, 7% increase in the corporate tax rate, a capital gains tax on unrealized gains, and the fact that she's proposing to add almost $2 trillion to the current $2 trillion deficit, you might be thinking it's time to make more of your savings. Make them tax sheltered, inflation sheltered. Well, this is where I trust the good people at Birch Gold to help you. Birch Gold will assist you in converting an existing IRA or 401k into the IRA in gold. And the best news, you don't pay a penny out of pocket. Just text the word America to 989898 and get a free information kit on gold. There's no obligation, just information on fortifying your savings before the crazy really hits. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, thousands of happy customers, you can trust Birch Gold too. Text America. Do this. Text America to the number 989898. Get a free information kit on gold. That's no charge. Free information kit. Text America to 989898. After the break, it seems that Luzerne County in Pennsylvania dropping the use of ballot drop boxes. Yeah, so there is hope. More after the break.